What if the players from the 1970s were playing in the modern era of basketball? Could they hang? Could they keep up? Could they manage to beat the team that is standing in front of them? What's going on, guys? Jay Zimmer here, bringing you another video, and this is part 2 of a 5-part series in which we are comparing decades to the modern era of the NBA. So if you missed the first episode, I highly recommend checking it out. It was the era of the 60s. It was great. I'm not going to spoil anything, so feel free to check it out if you do enjoy this, or just want to see some 60s players playing against the modern era. It was a great video, so I highly recommend it. In this video, we do have the 1970s. They are going to be the Ballers. Again, I mentioned this in the first video, but every single team going against the modern era will be the Ballers. They're going to be in the white unis. LeBron with a monster dunk right there. Just to keep it, easy to remember, consistent, typical stuff like that. So in terms of the 2000s teams, what am I saying? The modern era team, it's the same as the last time. So we do have Steph Curry at the 1, LeBron James at the 2, Kevin Durant at the 3, Giannis at the 4, and the Joker, Jokic, at the 5. If you're wondering why I did that, please watch the first video. I explained that a little more in depth. It's pretty straightforward. They're just the best overalls in the current NBA. Obviously, there was Kawhi as well, which I was thinking, but 2 through 5, positions 2 through 5 are just such a mismatch, and that sort of is the modern era of the NBA. You can have a 7-footer be point guard, shooting guard, small forward, you never really know. LeBron literally can play any and all positions. So yeah, that is the starting 5 for the modern era. With regards to the 1970s, we do have Walt Frazier from the New York Knicks. If you're wondering where I got this 70s team, it is from NBA.com, the NBA/ABA 1970s All-Decade Team, and I do the starting 5 unless one of those players is not available. I do believe all 5 of the starting 5 were available for this video. So for the point, we do have Walt Frazier, who, funny enough, is my father's favorite basketball player. My dad grew up in New York, and he played for the Knicks. Just an unbelievable player. All-defensive team 6 times, 7 times All-Star, 2 NBA titles. A great player. For the shooting guard, we do have John Havlicek from the Celtics, my favorite team. Obviously, he was winning alongside Bill Russell throughout the 60s, but once Bill Russell was sort of been there, done that, he sort of took over in the 70s, and he was on the second team 3 times in the 70s. Just an overall great player, and he made it onto the NBA.com's list, so he is our shooting guard. In terms of our small forward, we do have Dr. J, Julius Erving. I mean, how can you not like Dr. J? He, in my mind, revolutionized, what am I saying? Revolutionized dunking the ball. Giannis with a mean alley-oop right there. Just an absolute beast on the court. Could hit it from deep. Unbelievable finisher around the rim. You just had to include him. Power forward, we do have Elvin Hayes. Again, I don't know too much about Elvin Hayes. I believe he played for the Wizards. He averaged 23 points, 14 rebounds, so an absolute monster on the boards and great scoring. He went to 3 NBA Finals in 5 years, and he won a championship in '78. He's on the list, or he's on the starting 5, great player. And for our final, we do have the leading scorer of all time in NBA history, although LeBron James is coming fast and coming loud. That being Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I don't think he needs much introduction. I'm sure we all know just about everything about him. All-NBA team many times, all-defensive team many times. He has a ring. He did it all. So that is the starting lineup for the 70s team. If you have any quarrels about it, feel free to let me know. If you think anyone was snubbed, feel free to let me know. I obviously was not alive in the 70s, so I don't know too much about the era. That being said, like I said, in the 60s, these guys did pave the road for modern-day play, so you have to give the respect where the respect is due. So what do you think? Do you think that these 60s and 70s so far players could, in any way, shape, or form, keep up with the modern era? I mean, it's tough when you think of how much we've evolved since this era in terms of, working out, fitness equipment, developing, just in general. I mean, obviously, if you took these players and they were born in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, what have you, and were able to play in modern times, obviously they would have similar equipment, and who knows, maybe they would be just as dominant as they once were. Do you think that it is possible? I know a lot of people go back and forth. A lot of people say that the modern day players wouldn't be able to play in the 60s or 70s because it's so soft today, which, you know, I agree it's soft, but I definitely think that they could hold their own. Especially just when you look at the size differences, although I do believe Kareem just monstered his way on the glass. So if you didn't already know, these are going to be single elimination games. If you do ever want me to, you know, bring it to a game 2, game 3, that's fine. This isn't really to see if one decade can beat the other. It's just to see if they can hang. If you're wondering where I got these players from, I sort of explained this in the first video as well, but they are from the all NBA teams versus the modern players are from their current NBA teams. It just made more sense. When you go from the actual 70s teams, not all these players are available, and it just wouldn't be as, you know, I wouldn't be able to use the NBA.com ratings, basically, or rankings. With that being said, it does look like the score is already 19-20, a close game, but the 70s team is able to hang pretty easily. Jokic with a nice little, he loves that pop, but he does miss it. And now the 70s team actually does have a chance to win it. So not only can they hang with the modern era, but they could win it. But Dr. J does get rejected. Curry with the rebound. If you would rather me commentate like this, you know, as if I'm actually watching the game with you guys, feel free to let me know. I am happy to do so. Curry with some nice moves. LeBron with the ball. He could have popped that, but he chooses not to. Gives it to Curry down low. Not exactly Curry's main area of expertise, although it is Curry with a long-range shot, and he just misses. That would have put them in the lead. This is win by 2. It is blacktop rules. If you're wondering why I'm doing it on the blacktop, I typically stick to the blacktop. Everyone does franchise. It's just something to sort of separate me, something different, and you get park dunks, animations, stuff like that. I think it's more enjoyable to watch within a little pull-up, and they could have won the game right there, but they are unable to. Jokic on the board. Curry probably going to pass up to LeBron. No, he refuses to pass to LeBron. Maybe some bad blood between the two. No, I'm just kidding. But Curry actually had a good amount of space there. Surprised he did not shoot, because he does shoot so much. And Dr. J with the steal and a clear path, it looks like, with a mean dunk. The 70s team were not only able to keep up with, they were able to win. We'll quickly jump into the stats. Havlicek, not the best shooting. Overall, across the board, not the best shooting. Obviously, I cut up the video to try to make it as entertaining as possible. I'm sure you guys don't want to see a bunch of misses. Curry, 6 for 17. Again, not the best shooting. We'll quickly check out the team comparisons. 36 to 42%, a little bit better shooting. Wow, they kind of dominated in a lot of categories. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. I do hope you did enjoy. If you did, feel free to rate it. You don't have to if you don't want to. If you do want to keep seeing these videos, like I said, it's a 5-part series. Feel free to subscribe. Again, you don't have to if you don't want to. I have a huge series coming out soon. I hope you guys are looking forward to that. With that being said, I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you did enjoy the video. I'll see you next time. Bye.